From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Back in my bar, back at Tommy Mac's, and brought to you by our friends at truckcrashlaw.com. We're talking sports, we're talking business, we're talking obstacles, we're talking to a great panel. Let's start it off and say hi to Don. Don, how are you, my friend?
Good.
Welcome back to the show.
Thanks.
U.S. Navy, orthopedic surgeon, sports medicine, former baseball player. You've done a little bit of everything, haven't you?
Yes.
What's your favorite body part to fix? Elbows, shoulders, knees, feet, ankles?
The knee's a little bit easier than the shoulder, but I like the shoulder. It's challenging.
Is it?
There's a lot going on up there.
What? So you got the labrum, right?
Sure.
You've got the, what's the other? The rotator cuff?
The biceps attachment.
The biceps. I got two of those, right?
Yeah.
Those stink. When they pop from the back, they kind of hurt too, you know?
But did it go away?
No.
No?
No, but...
the rotator cuff.
Okay.
So there's a lot going on up there.
That's great, man. Great to have you,
Thank you
on the show. Graham Taylor's here. Hey, Graham.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Major League Baseball pitcher, is that what I'm told? All right,
sir.
man. How many years did you do that for?
My big league career was just a cup of coffee. Three starts in the big leagues, but overall,
No kidding.
just 8 years professionally.
What was it like that first start, man? Like just on that mound?
Yeah, it's that dream come
With the
true.
Marlins, you said?
With the Marlins,
Wow.
yeah. You know, you grow up as a kid, that's kind of the ultimate dream. You look up to all these guys, and then when that day finally came, man, it just different. It just hits you different, and so excited, and just it's one of those kind of feelings you just can't explain.
It's euphoric, isn't it? You can't even put it into words. And you came through the Suns system, is that correct?
Yeah.
Now the Shrimp, but when they were the Suns,
Yeah, I had parts of 3 seasons here with the Jacksonville Suns.
Cool.
So,
how'd you like playing baseball for Jacksonville?
It was great. The community's fantastic. I mean, I joke about this a little bit because the Marlins have trouble getting fans, and I made my first starts here in Jacksonville, and they got called up to the big leagues, and I was like, "Where is everybody? We have more fans in Jacksonville than we do right now."
Right. That's cool.
Crazy.
Well, great to have you on the show, man. We'll come back. Tony Allegretti's here. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tom.
Jack's USL, the new soccer league that's forthcoming.
Yep.
But a year and a half away.
Women's.
Men's and women's. All right.
2025.
How'd you get started with that? What's your background?
We've been working on it for several years. My partner and I, Steve Livingston, Tim Tebow, Ricky Kaplan.
Right.
We've got a group that we put together. We found the league. The league is one of the best leagues in the country, USL.
Cool.
And so we're going to play in the USL Championship, and then we have a pro women's side, and that'll be the Super League.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And you said 2025?
2025.
The planning must be just unbelievable.
712 days.
Really?
Until we kick off.
What's the book look like? The bylaw?
It's big.
It's sheer ADD. I would never be able to read through that.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Terabytes.
But when you get there, euphoric, right? Yeah. It'll be just an awesome thing. Well, great.
We're going to outdraw the Marlins.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Nunn's back. How are you, sir?
Great.
Nelson Mullins, right?
That's right.
Absolutely. Great to have you back on the show. What have you been? Your mergers and acquisitions, correct?
That's right.
All right. You've been doing that for a long time?
About 33 years.
Yeah. What's your, and we're going to ask the panel this, but when you're working, what's your biggest challenge? What's your obstacle day to day?
So I think keeping track of everything that is going on is the biggest challenge when you have a big transaction.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's why it's important to have great people working with you and great people who can take the lead on aspects.
How big of a team we talking? What do you got? 5 people that help you out, like paralegals and those types, or what?
So it depends on the deal. Last year we had a deal where we had 33 lawyers working on it. But some deals it's just 2.
Right.
It depends on the deal.
Right. Absolutely. Well, it must invigorate you. You're doing it for so long. You still get up and get after it, right?
Yeah.
What do you do in your spare time? What do you do for fun?
What spare time?
Like exactly.
Yeah.
What do you do when you get a minute to yourself? Anything?
Love spending time with my family. Love hiking. Used to do some mountain climbing.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit too old for that now.
No, you're not. No, you're not. We got great. You live downtown, right? You got great bridges to cross.
That's
you can
exactly
do that.
right. Yeah.
All right, Tony. How about you, man? Obviously, starting a soccer league. I'm sure there's been some hurdles, man. You got some star power, no doubt, but that doesn't mean you don't go through the trials and tribulations.
I think the hardest part right now is we're building a stadium, and so we have to find the land, and we're also building a regional soccer complex for kids. We have unmet demand for fields just in general, and so putting all those pieces together, we're working with several municipalities to make sure that we're doing the right thing. And when it's such a big, complex deal,
right?
That's what keeps us up at night.
St. Johns County or Duval or what?
So we're working with both,
okay.
And we actually are working with Clay a little bit too.
Clay too, good.
So the regional soccer complex will probably involve 2 or all 3.
Okay.
So it's going to be a pretty complex deal.
That's cool though. That's exciting, man. That'll be great when it comes to the end. You'll have to come back.
You know it.
In between and whatever. You're always welcome back.
You got beer, I'll be back.
There you go. That's a good conduit, no doubt. All right, Graham, now you're in sales, right?
Yes.
With RevMed. Is that correct?
Group,
right.
Yes.
So baseball, sales, what you're going through, what's your biggest challenge?
So I think the biggest thing with RevMed right now is we're heavy in that COVID pandemic market because we're in lab diagnostic testing, and we had to shift gears to accommodate that with PCR testing. So now post-pandemic, trying to make sure that all of our accounts, all of our clinics understand exactly what we do, that we can do more than just COVID, and just them understanding that and us being able to grow our business that way. I think that's the biggest challenge.
You know, with sales, you always hear like athletes in sales, right? And because you know what it takes to succeed, right?
Yeah, that grind.
There is some connectivity there, but not everybody's built that. Because to me, like sports, it was hard, but it's also easy once you got what you have to do. You had to stay in shape, stay healthy. It was black and white. You either played well, you didn't. They either liked you or they didn't. You know what I mean? It wasn't like all this other stuff. And you know, sales can be challenging, man.
Yeah, I think
it's a different animal.
It is, but I think as an athlete, you understand that grind of being in the gym and working hard every day, and putting your body in a position to where you can succeed, or at least hope that you can succeed. And I think sales is kind of the same thing. Is you've got to get out there, you have to hit the payment, you have to see in the accounts, and can't just sit back. Because
I'd much rather work out in a gym than go cold calling. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot easier, right?
But it's competition in general.
Yeah, it is. It is. And baseball, of course, and your background and everything you've been through, man. That's great. Great to have you on the show. All right, Don, what do you say, man? What about
it is? I have something to say about what you just said. It is competition. A majority of the device reps that I deal with in the operating room.
That's right.
A lot of them are former athletes, and it's because of that. It's the competition aspect of it. So I think athletes do really well in that field.
Yeah, they're used to competing for sure.
Right.
No doubt.
Right.
How about you as far as obstacles? When hey, how about Tommy John surgery? We got a picture here, man. What's that like working on that?
I think it's changing some. So Tommy John, you had the reconstruction, I assume.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a trend now in realizing in the military, I don't take care of a lot of throwing athletes.
Those grenades don't tear.
It's a different motion. But they're going more towards repairing it, like acute repairs with something called an internal brace. And I think it's going to change things as far as how long it takes to get back. And that's going on right now. As far as my challenges, I work for the government. I have no challenges.
That's right. No, right? Easy breezy, right? Breezy. That's right.
The biggest thing in the military, and you see it on the news, and the biggest thing in military medicine is our manning. I mean, we're having a lot of trouble getting people into the military now. We've been at war for 20 years. Moms and dads aren't excited about sending their sons and daughters into the military.
It's scary.
It is scary. So that's the biggest thing. I've seen that change in the last 5 years. We started losing.
I will say this, just dealing with some military-based businesses here in town, that is one heck of a fraternity. Mm-hmm. You talk about schools and alumni associations and all that, and they're great, don't get me wrong, but man, that military, they're very strong. That bond is very, very strong. Well, great to have everybody here. Thanks so much. Best of luck in everything you're doing, and thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Hey, if you like these kind of conversations, see more at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.